Hello, good day, people. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. I trust your day has been amazing. Your week was awesome. Personally, I had a very long week. I wasn't able to share all the things that I promised to share earlier than now, but I'm happy I'm here today. So I'm here to do the things I said I was going to do. All right. A quick one. I'll be sharing a scholarship in UK, like I promised, and the scholarship is going to cover is actually a very juicy scholarship. It covers everything, almost everything. Yeah, virtually everything. It covers your flight ticket, covers your tuition, food tuition. It covers monthly stipend, covers health tax, covers your visa and travel costs, covers virtually everything. You don't need to really bother yourself about anything. But what you need to do is to be careful about the application. Is actually a very, very competitive one. A lot of countries are involved, so you need to be careful so you don't make mistake, so you don't write it twice. Just hit it once and for all. So I'll be sharing the things that will help you write a scholarship and be able to win the scholarship. So today I'll be looking at the eligibility. You have so many criteria. Meanwhile, the application is starting October, just next month, 7th of next month. So I'm sharing this ahead of time so you'll be able to prepare and get all the things you need ready before the scholarship starts. So about the eligibility, you have a lot of lineup of eligibilities here. You have first, you have to be a citizen of a country that is covered by chevening scholarship. So I drop the link, you go through the link and check your own country and find out if your country is among the countries that would be, participating in the scholarship. Then you also have list of not schools, sorry, work experience. Under work experience, you have 2,800 hours. So you need that work experience to be able to qualify. You also need to, I'm sure you know how to calculate that. That should be like people who graduated around 2022 or something. Just do the mathematics and figure out if you will be if you have enough number of years of experience. The work experience is important. Then you also have to check your country and be sure your country is involved. Yeah, you have to check that and also commit to returning to your country after 2 years of the scholarship. Once the scholarship ends, 2 years after the scholarship ends, you're willing to come back to your home country. You also need to, a lot of people don't really want to. Some people want to jump out from there, but that's not always the case. So you do your maths very well. You go and you come back. You secure something and come back. So that's not a problem. So you also need to look out for the courses. The courses, the list of everything is here. I will drop them in my description box. The scholarship, the list of courses, and the schools. You look at, just go through it. Go through the universities, UK universities that are participating under this, and also apply. Check out for the course you want and apply and see if they have the courses you want, and also that will determine the deadline, because I know people will be asking, when is the deadline? When is the deadline? That will determine the deadline. That will also determine if it's one of the schools that requires you to write English proficiency exam. There are a lot of them that doesn't require that. So many of them doesn't require that. So you just go through it, go through the schools and through the requirements of each of the schools. Then that would determine if you will need to be writing proficiency exam. There are about 3 major questions you need to ask yourself. Your course, the program you'll be applying will have to be, this is more like how to, do the selection now. They will be looking at people whose essay, that is statement of purpose, will capture issues, you'll be willing. There, statement of purpose that will be stating on how to tackle both global and local problems, both in UK and in your own home country. So they'll be looking at your statement of purpose should be able to capture issues like driving change in your community or your organization, um, improving outcome for others, solving a specific problem, solving specific problems. Of course, we know there are climate change problems, there are sustainable development problems, there are security issues. So these are the things they'll be looking out for in your statement of purpose. This is how they appraise, screen and evaluate the applications, and know from there they will know those whose cause, they're paying you and also sponsoring you to study for free. So they are looking at people whose cause will align with their whole aim, the whole aim of the course, of the program, of the organization, Chevening Association. That's the British, what's it called? The British Columbia. So this will help them know if all you are coming for is just to get a scholarship and disappear. So if your course or your statement of purpose, the course you're choosing, is not going to align with their own aim, their own purpose, they have their own goal. If it's not going to align with that, I tell you, you might not be selected. But if it is going to align with what they call their own goal and vision, then you will be one of the lucky ones to study for free in United Kingdom. And a lot of people are tired of UK buying pounds, paying for tuition, paying for accommodation. But here, these people are going to be, doing the whole of the work for you for free. Mind you, you don't need to use AI. It's stated there clearly. Do not use AI in your write-up. Never use AI in writing your statement of purpose. Even your reference letter. You need 4 reference letters. 2 from your 2 academic, 2 professional. So make sure it is well tailored to suit this whole vision and purpose of chevening. That would help. So the work experience could be unpaid work, it could be paid or unpaid, it could be voluntary work, it could be part-time, it could be full-time. So anything you've done since you graduated that you can calculate, to give you up to 2,800 hours. So that will be fine. So that being said, so there are other changes, there are other things they recently upgraded on their information page, and they said things like your course should be, such that will be promoting growth and prosperity, building resilience in climate vulnerable world, strengthening security and stability in volatile world, also supporting development for more inclusive and effective society. So you know how this works. Those that are in development sector, those that work in NGOs, that are already in the communities, community development sector, so they will be fine with this. And I tell you, by the time you itemize the list of community development work you've done, the things you've done so far, both in your community and in your organization. It could be a personal one. You mustn't work with anyone to get, the community development experience. You can decide to carry out one on your own. It's voluntary. You can also include that. So look at all of that and put in your application. The deadline actually varies according to school. It varies according to courses. It varies also according to country. So when you get the link, check your own country, check the requirements for your own country, also the school you're selecting, what are their eligibility criteria for the course you're applying. So that will determine. So the deadline varies. So it's only the application that is opening on 7th of next month. As I'm sharing this up front. So you gather all you need to gather. Get your reference letter. I mean, that's important. Get your statement of purpose well structured. That will help you, to scale through here. Also, make sure you have this number of work hours. Try and find out. Of course, it's easy, depending on when you graduated and how long you've worked. So they will even know if you've been able to do it. So walk around that and make sure you gather all of this. I really do not want to, match this with another scholarship because this is technical. So I just want to talk about this today alone, and you find out the rest, figure out the rest, and do the application. make sure the application is give it a perfect touch, give it give it a touch. So the people that will be screening, that will be evaluating, that will be, doing the selection will see yours, standing out among all others. Remember, a lot of people are applying, it's not only you. So by the time you do a shabby work, I tell you, a lot of people will, they will drop just CV by the side and, go ahead with others. So do a good work. I wish you all the best. For those who haven't subscribed so far, please do well to subscribe so you get more updates. I'll be uploading more before the end of the week. So be on the lookout. I wish you all well. By September next year, you will be finding your way to UK to study for free. What I mean free, without having to pay anything at all. So thank you very much. Until next time I come your way, this is me saying bye. Love you guys.